Hey y'all, come on in, come on in. I'm in the lab today, y'all. Y'all see I'm in the lab. In the lab. Get my lab on, y'all. Get my stuff fixed up. There we go. So y'all, what's going on today on your Independence Day? What you doing for Independence Day, y'all? Huh? Let me know what y'all doing. I'm gonna let y'all fall in here for a moment. When I see y'all start coming in, I will actually tap in with y'all when y'all come in. Hey y'all, hey. I'm in the lab today. How y'all doing? And how y'all doing? More and more and more, y'all. I'm in the lab, y'all. Come on in, come on in. Okay, let me get some stuff, y'all. Hey y'all, hey, what's up, y'all? Hey, Relentless, what's going on? I'm just in the lab today. In the lab getting some things together. I'll show y'all what I'm dealing with right now. Got the machine going. Got my herbs rolling. Be getting it in, y'all. I'm just coming to y'all so y'all can see I'm doing, I got a couple of things going on right now. I have a client, so I'm working on the client's order right now. I'm doing a pain relief and a sleep aid, y'all. That's what I'm doing right now. Sleep aid and pain, all right? Because I have my dandelion root that's like for normal pain, so it would be kind of like your Tylenol or your ibuprofen, right? But I've actually, hey D, hey Blended, I love y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. I know Mouthpiece is gonna be going live in a minute, so I'm not gonna keep y'all long, but I wanted to come on here and just kind of educate about some herbs. And if y'all have some questions, I can answer them while I'm on here. But I really want to take the time to kind of put out there that we need to take our healing back into our own hands. We really, put it like this. If you take your car, right, and you take it for maintenance all the time, hey, okay, let me say this before we get started. If you come in here on some stuff, you will be booted out. Now, repent and save your soul. Go do that on your channel, okay? Thank you, my hitters. Just to let y'all know, so y'all know I got hitters on the roof. So if you come in here on some stuff, hey, Aquafina, thank y'all for coming over. Just know if y'all come in here being rude or being in the chat and acting up, I got hitters on the roof. They will take you out. Hey, young, what you doing? Y'all, now that y'all are all coming in, let me show you my setup again, y'all. Y'all falling in on me. Y'all falling in on me. Come on, y'all. What we doing? We in the lab. My area could get a little messy sometimes, y'all, because herbs everywhere, okay? So what I'm doing today, hey, Big Mouthpiece, what's going on? Thank you for coming in. Man, I just happened to see y'all went live. I'm so excited about the things that y'all getting ready to do. Like, y'all are all stars in this, so thank y'all. But what I'm doing now, I have an order and I'm creating a sleep aid and a pain tincture. So I already have one pain tincture that is my dandelion root right here. So I have my dandelion root. Dandelion root is usually for pain, but what this is, I'm going deeper than that. So I'm kind of entering into the realm, not quite opioids. I don't want nobody to be all messed up, right? But we do need to handle our pain. Understand also that most of the medications that we take are derived from our herbs, right? And so as we learn about our herbs, we learn how to use them not only to heal us, but to provide peace, support, and calmness within our bodies. But like I said, it's like driving a car, right? You know, you take your car to get serviced, right? What happens when you don't service your car? Hey, y'all, hey. What happens when you don't service your car? Don't do an oil change, that oil clogs up, right? Backs up your car. You could possibly tear up your engine, especially if your oil goes low, right? So why is it that this one, and here's the thing, if the car breaks down, what we go do? Go buy another one, right? Absolutely, we go buy another car. So why is it the one and only vehicle that we have in this life we not supporting the way that we should? And that vehicle is our bodies. Our bodies drive us. It takes us where we're supposed to go. Without this physical body, we're nothing, right? We can't really accomplish much. So what you would do if you would take your car to the shop, right? I think that you also would need to do that to your body. These are what our herbs do for us, right? Our herbs provide the nutrients. They are our oil, okay? They handle so many things, but we forget about them. And then not only that, how many of y'all go out in y'all front yards and y'all use the weed killers, y'all use the roundups, y'all use all these things to kill weeds in your front yard. And all of these weeds, or what we consider weeds, have medicinal properties. So once you really get out of the way of how the world has structured us to look at certain things, it really is not what it is. Okay, so make sure that y'all are keeping y'all bodies healthy, y'all staying hydrated, not only water, but make sure you get your coconut water, you getting your water from all your fruits, okay, in your melons and things like that. You're getting the H3O2. Okay, so let's go. So here, this is my, like I said, this is my dandelion root tincture for pain. Dandelion helps support the immune system as well as helps with pain. Like I said, it's one of those, if you were to take a Tylenol or ibuprofen. But what I'm working on now, right here, is my sleep aid, okay? Sleep aid. Ooh, I wish y'all could smell this. It smells so good. Okay, so let me write this down. So in my sleep aid, I'm going to tell you I have chamomile, I have lemon balm, I have passion flower, I have skullcap, I have lavender and valerian root, y'all. Okay? And just having these herbs, so if you're looking at your chamomile is really going to relax you, right? You have your lemon balm, which is your calmness. That's the thing that's going to calm you down. It's going to ease your nervous system. And then you have your passion flower. And passion flower calms the mind from racing. You know, a lot of us have racing minds, and it's hard to fall asleep sometimes. And especially going through what we're going through in the world right now, it's hard to get to sleep, right? And then you have your skull cap, which helps support the immune system, the nervous system, but it also relaxes you. So all of these are calming herbs, right? Hey, Brother Tip, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. And then you have your lavender. I know y'all pretty much know about lavender. Lavender is a calming herb. It really can calm you down. And then you have your valerian root, which is the actual sleep aid part of this tincture. And so right now I have this tincture going right now. I'll show y'all. So this is my tincture. This is the Levo. I need about 3-4 more of these, y'all. I need about 3-4 more of these, y'all. This right here, you see, all I gotta do is set it when I'm doing my trees, and y'all know what trees I'm talking about, right? I'm gonna get into making those types of tinctures too. But y'all know the trees y'all be getting into, y'all put them in here, activated, right? Because you always got to activate your herbs, activate certain herbs, right? Once I've activated and it has run through that cycle, then I would switch over to infuse, and I'm infusing it. So in this time I'm running it at 145. I got 5 hours on this. So I know 5 hours may seem like a lot, right? But it ain't. Not when it takes you 30 to 60 days to actually make a tincture. So a tincture is an alcohol-based medication, right? And what it does, it actually, so I get these by the gallon, right? What you do is when you put the alcohol into the herbs, it actually pulls all the medicinal properties, which is why you have to steep it for 30 to 60 days. But alcohol, as you know, it goes directly to the bloodstream. So that's what the tincture does. It goes directly to your bloodstream and it goes where it needs to go. I also do vegetable glycerin for those that are unable to take alcohol. I actually do a glycerin. So if you can't take alcohol, let me know. Also, I actually customize my blends too. So if you're asking me for something, I get your medical history. I get the type of medications that you're taking. After I get the medications that you're taking, that's when I go to work. Because what I want to do, if you are on any type of medications, I really want to make sure that whatever that I'm prescribing or giving off to you, it's not going to interact. Now, I do want to put a disclaimer out there. I am not a doctor, so please check with your healthcare professional before you try these herbs, or if you're aware, you know what to do, but I would advise you to check out with your healthcare provider. If you have any issues or concerns about taking herbs, that's what I recommend, because I am not a doctor, so I don't want to say that I'm out here just healing and doing all that. I'm helping you get your body back to homeostasis. That's my job. Okay, so along with me doing my meditations, along with me going ahead and doing yoga as well, I'm a nutrition coach. So I also advise on nutrition and things that you can do to actually get your body back to homeostasis. Not only that, these are things that we need to do for ourselves. The more we pull ourselves away from this system, the more we have control over what we can and can't do. We can't no longer use the excuse that the man is holding us down if we're the very people that are holding ourselves down. So instead of doing that, come on, COC. I just got off a whole great live with great information. I don't want to tell y'all what's going on. You better go tap into Big Mouthpiece. He was on there with Brother Tep talking about the new things that they're getting ready to do. But it's COC all day. It's collaboration over competition. Throw out the competition, y'all. You can be competitive, but you ain't got to compete. The only competing you got to do is with yourself. And are you going to get up and do what it is that you need to do today to be great? Because guess what? You too can be great. So there shouldn't be no hating on nobody, right? But y'all, what y'all got going on today is 4th of July. This is my independence. Well, here's the thing. You should be doing that about 3 times a day. Passing gas and actually going to the bathroom about 3 times a day. If you don't, you full of shit. So, Mr. Loon, you want to get cut out of here today? Because I already did preface that don't cut him out yet, but I want to look for the answer. If you coming in here on some bull stuff, you're going to get shot off the roof. So I'm just letting you know, don't play with me. This ain't the live to do that. Play with your grandma, not me. It's Independence Day, and I will help you be independent. So don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. All right? Because I'm not playing with it. I'm here to heal you and get you. Mr. Mark, I'm going to shoot you off the roof in a couple. Stop acting like you calling me or any of that, because that's not cool. All right? Be a grown man. You look like you're about 6'3". Well, you should be reaching up to the sky. Don't play with me. So let me get back into my herbal business, right, y'all? Give me a moment so I can pray over my herbs as I do this, all right? So, sacred earth, divine mother and creator of all medicine, I come before you with clean hands and a humble heart. May these herbs, blessed by your soil, sunlight, carry your healing power. I honor the spirit of each plant, its wisdom, its essence, and its ancient knowing. May this blend bring back relief where there is pain, balance where there is imbalance, and light where there has been shadow. As I mix these herbs with my hands, let it be guided by my intuition, my heart by compassion, and my mind by clarity. Let these herbs be more than just ingredients. Let them be messengers of peace, restoration, and renewal. May this medicine be blessed. May those who receive it be held, and may it return us all to harmony. Ashe. Let's get started. I always pray over my herbs because I want to set the intention of what I'm giving out to people. I don't want anyone to take away that this I'm doing anything over my herbs, but I pray over my herbs because one, they're going to set out and do what they're supposed to do. You also have to set your intentions when you receive my products, because you want to make sure that your mindset, because here's the thing, the mind works in a mysterious way, so we have to train our minds to be able to accept the healing. We've been programmed. Thank you so much, Benjamin, for coming in. Can somebody get Mark up out of here, because we not playing these games. I'm not doing that. Thank you. Yes, thank you, plant-based. That's where we're at. I ain't got time for it. Hey, and Mark, on your way out, hit my Cash App. Since you like bothering me so much, go ahead and hit that Cash App. That's what'll make me pay attention to you. Hit my Cash App. You said you go to work, so you got the money. Hit my Cash App. Anyhow, so getting into this, what I'm going to do now, like I said, this is my sleep aid. I have so many herbs and things, y'all. I feel like I'm packing. I'm packing. I'm packing. Hold on. Wait. If y'all think this is a game, let me help y'all out. If y'all think this is a game, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. All right, y'all. This is just at my desk from what I'm working on, y'all. I'm at my desk working on herbs, so when I pull herbs, I have a little bag that I carry with me that has all my herbs in it. So when I'm walking around the house or whatever, I'll just stack this up. Like I said, and this is just by my desk and the stuff that I'm working on for today, y'all. This is just for today. I gotta put these back where they belong, but they in this bag right. Thank y'all. Hey, plant-based, how you doing? Thank you, Benjamin. Happy 4th to you too. What y'all doing on this Independence Day? I told y'all, if y'all come in here acting up, I'm gonna help you be independent. All right. So I got my sleep aid out the way, okay? And so now what I'm about to do is get into my pain reliever. And so in my pain reliever, I have my white willow bark. I have more cordalis root. Not only my cordalis root, I have turmeric root. I have Jamaican dog bark. I have valerian root, skullcap, ginger root, and some black peppercorn. So that is what's going to be in my pain tincture. And understand that most of these herbs that we have, so it's this tincture is going to help support inflammation. So this is going to help get inflammation and help your inflammation response. You're also going to have, it's going to help with joint discomfort. It's going to support mobility. It's also going to soothe the nervous system. One thing we got to get back to doing is regulating our nervous system, y'all. Do you know that your nervous system can cause most of the problems that you're going through? Because when your nervous system is irregulated, everything else goes offline. So look at your nervous system as being the computer system in your body, like a car. You get into your car, and nowadays they got those electric cars, right? What happens if something happens with the electrical components in that car? The car's dead. So if you don't get your nervous system under control, it wreaks havoc on your organs. It makes your organs work triple, double time. You don't want to have to be going through that, right? Hey, I don't celebrate none of the holidays. If you come on here just saying happy 4th, I'm gonna just say it back to you. I don't celebrate any. And everybody can do whatever they want to do. I don't subscribe to it, but hey, do your thing, do you? Because I'm trying to live sovereign. I'm not trying to do all this and all that. But I don't judge. This is not an area to judge. I don't judge. It's just don't come over here playing with me, because I don't play. Okay? So as I get into this, bam, this is my notebook. given to me by my best bud. Let me tell you about my best friend. So this book here kind of gives me, if I want to tincture certain things, it'll give this. But this is what I like. I love this part because it goes through the herbs for you. But this is the part that I like. I get my own. I put my own recipes in here. All my recipes go in here, and I got a whole other notebook, y'all. I got notebook upon note. My best friend had to get me this because she was like, "Girl, get your stuff in order." Because this is my holy grail right here. This right here is my Bible. I keep this up and out the way because I don't need anybody getting a hold of it. It has a lot of good information in it. Hey, y'all know what? Y'all check her out. I need to know. I need to know. Yeah, do y'all know who that is? These are where my tinctures can be found, or you can just reach out to me directly through my email at holisticroyalty@gmail.com. There's all kind of ways, or you could go on to my TikTok. You can go on to my Instagram. Man, yeah, right, you was there for my birthday. When I tell you my birthday was out of control this year, I had so many people cash at me that I didn't even freaking know. And I'm so proud that people show that love. As a community, we be showing love. People can't tell me nothing about our community. Because, yeah, we may have some defective people, but at the end of the day, we strong. And that's one thing that I'm not going to complain about. Like I said, my birthday was excellent. My family took good care of me. We had fun. But like I said, Shamaka Essentials, she does all your insides. So hold on, because I'm right here by my cabinet with my herbs. Let me get my stuff. I'm about to hook y'all up. And plus I gotta pull products too. Like I have to pull products too. But let me plug my sis real quick, because this one, she pushed me off the porch. First of all, let me tell you, she pushed me off the porch, and I just said, okay, I'm listening. You got me. So, but this is real CLC all day long, right? We getting into this. And y'all know we celebrating all month. Till cancer season is over, I'm still on go. We just did what we did for my birthday, but I got 4th of July. Like, until cancer season's over, we still going, okay? So, this is the Rooted Calm Body Butter. Body butter smells so good, y'all. I'm telling y'all. She also puts fresh herbs in her butters, too. In some of her butters, all right? Let's see. Hold on, blended. This right here is warm pink vanilla sugar. And these are just her basic rubs. Like she does, if you just want basic butters and soaps and things like that, she does that. But the spirituality that goes behind these are excellent, just to let y'all know. Okay? But then we get into mental health cognitive oil. So this is one that you would rub on your temples, right? I would probably suggest this with my sleep aid too, like before you go to bed. But you could probably do this before you go to work, right? Let's see what else we got. Confidence and Crown Spiritual Oil. Understand all of these are natural products. So the only time that we use additives is if there's a shelf life, but we mainly use a lot of products that already carry a shelf life. Like my tinctures, because I do them with 80 proof alcohol, the shelf life on them gives you like 10-year shelf life with my products. If I do it in glycerin, you have about a year to a year and a half with the glycerin. Then there's some that are water-based that may last for like 2 to 3 months. Mainly, I do them here. Like I said, I can customize this for you if you can't take alcohol. So understand, alcohol is not the only way that you can get your tinctures. So she also does rollers too. So some of her oils also come in a roller So you can roll it, put it on your pain points here, 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 here. I go to work with her stuff. I'm gonna just tell you right now. If you haven't tried it, I don't know what you waiting on. Quiet Minds. Ooh, Quiet Minds. This one right here. The Nerve and Comfort Topical Support. So let me just make this also disclaimer, because when you use Blended and Eyes product, I'm all internal. Blended is all external. Well, in order for you to take me home, the price tag is going to be 40 acres and a mule. When you can cash out that, we can go right on off into the sunset. But I'm all internal. Blended is external. So when you see these labels here, when you see this eye, understand this is going to be the outside of the body. When you see this label, this is going to be internal. So if you're, or because sometimes we pair our stuff together. Yes, you could jump in for a minute. I don't know how I drop the ladder when I'm on the actual live. I don't know how to do that. Y'all gonna have to see. I don't know how to do that. Let's see. Oh, nope. Don't want no green screen, y'all. Don't want no green screen. Yeah, if y'all could tell me how to drop it, I'm willing to drop it, but I'm on my phone doing it. But go ahead and jump in. My great sis gonna jump in. Hey, Leroy, how you doing? I get it that it was a sense of humor. I'm just a no play person when it comes to talking about my business. That's all. When I'm on here talking about my business, and because I'm in the business of helping people heal, bring themselves to homeostasis and regulate their body, when I'm talking about my business, I don't get on here and play in any type of way. And I actually block people that come in here playing, because when we talking about healing our bodies, that is such a special space for me. I hold that space sacred. So I don't play about none of the things that I talk about. Now, if I come on here on any other time and I'm just doing whatever, and you decide to come in and do what you do, that's fine. Just be respectful is all that I ask, and just respect the people in the chat and the panel. If not, that's when I get rude. So no harm, no foul, right? And no judgment, as my good sis would say. So that's all. But all of these are all natural, right? These are herbs that can be found out in the wild in some places of the world, that can be found out in the wild. And how about some people I'm learning now, just living down south at my old house, we had wild garlic growing in the front yard. Wild garlic, literally. So every time we go out there and cut the grass, you would smell a beautiful garlic smell. And as I went on my herbalism journey, I started being like, hold on, wait a minute. Most of y'all have dandelions growing in your front yard, right? Right. You should have been here on thank you, Plant Based should have been here on my birthday if you wanted to see my playful spirit. I just want everybody to know, when I'm talking about my business, I don't play about my business. But most of y'all got dandelions growing in your front yard. What's the first thing that you do when you see dandelions growing up in your front yard? What's the first thing y'all do? Don't worry, I'll wait. You mow them down. Or you hit them with some Roundup, right? But did you know dandelion helps support your immune system? That is also helps regulate the nervous system as well, and is also used for pain. So some of these things, it's funny because now that we have all this technology, it's so easy for me to go, and I can go to a tree or a plant and go onto Google and snap a picture, and it would actually tell me what this is. And so it's made it so much easier for me to go along my herbalism journey, along with my books and things like that. I actually can now learn at a faster rate than before, because I got books stacked like this, and I'm going through my books. When you call me and you say, hey, Kelly, I got this issue, I go to work. I pull my books out. I go in and start looking, okay, this is the issue. What I try to find is the base issue to what you have going on. Normally, can anybody in the chat tell me where the base issue usually lies? I'm quizzing y'all. Do y'all know? Do y'all know where the base issues? Because sometimes we say it's hereditary, and although sometimes that could be true. Yep. Hey, Mountain, how you doing? Hey, hey, how y'all doing? Thank you for coming in, Mountain. I do like a hot meal. I sure do. I cook my own food too. But what hot meal you providing? Huh? Yes, plant based. That's what I'm saying. Food, food. I know that we be like YOLO, we only live once. We looking on all these Instagram pages, TikTok, cheesy. Um, it at this point we're eating slop. I'ma just be real with you, and I'm talking to myself because let me tell you, I used to be vegan. I was vegan for 3 years, right? And then as I started going on to this journey, I introduced meat back in. So now I'm a pescatarian. I mainly do fish and chicken, which I'm trying to get out of the chicken phase because chicken, but I don't do a lot of meat. 90% of my diet is plant based, and so I'm always doing a lot of things that are plant based. Plus, my whole household knows how to cook plant based, all the way down to my 10-year-old. Okay, and so what we need to learn about our foods is some of these diseases are not hereditary. What's hereditary is the way that we've picked up those eating patterns from our family. And as I look out, and there's no judgment, you do what you do, whatever you feel that you want to eat. Hey, I'm not judging it. I just know what works for my body. And I know going along this journey, I know what works for anyone else's body. Do I see the pencil on my live? Let's see. Hold on. Hold on. I don't see a pencil on my live D, but I'm looking. Y'all give me one moment. Give me one moment. I don't know if I have to be on the computer to do. I don't, right? Oh, I turned y'all off. That's not what I'm doing. I got a microphone and a whole couple of other things. I do not see the pencil on there, y'all. Light on. All right. Lighting off. Yeah, I don't have the pencil. I think that I might have to be on my computer, but this is crazy because I could have swore that we did a live. Let's see. Invite to my message link. Let's see. I'm gonna share. Yes, I do. Copy link. Now let's see if this worked for me. Okay, y'all. Let me see. It's so much different when you are on your computer, right? Okay. Pause. I'm still looking, y'all. Give me one moment. Remove channel, add moderator. Let me see. Are you on? Yeah, I'm on the app. I'm on the app, but it only gives me where I can turn it. It gives me my microphone. I can do a retouch. It has a video. It has the action screen on there, and then one for me to change the background. But it's not giving me anything where I can go in and actually, let's see. No. They do it differently when you're on your phone. I know on the computer you could do everything. Y'all give me a minute, okay? I'm trying to see what it is that I can do. That ain't it. Yeah, y'all, it ain't giving me an option on my phone right here to bring somebody up. I would really love to bring my good sis up because she is. Can y'all, hey, when y'all on y'all phone, my sisters, can y'all go and see if, oh, you got to do it before the live. Oh, okay. I didn't, okay. I'll check it out again. I'll have another live later, y'all. and then we could talk about it, and I'll bring my good sis on so she can go over her products and also speak about our collaboration too, because like I said, what we're trying to do is help one person at a time and get this stuff together. But like I said, this right here is my holy grail. These are my notes after notes after notes, y'all, after notes after notes after notes. I can't show y'all all of it because this is where I keep most of my my clients' information, so I don't want to get into showing y'all all that, right? My good sis. Let's go, y'all. My production team is researching my stuff right now to see how I can get her up here. And if I get her up here, that's wonderful. I get her up here. If not, I'm going to go ahead and do a whole separate live outside of this to really, so that we can really talk about what it is that we do and how we partner together. Okay. So now I'm going to get into the one thing that I really want to do is I'm looking into getting more machines, because as I get into the machines, right, as I get into the machines, it'll help me. I can do 2 or 3 fold tinctures at a time, and that's where I'm getting to. So y'all, I'm just adding my black peppercorn in here because, as y'all know, when you use turmeric, turmeric calls for black pepper. Do y'all know why we add black pepper to our turmeric? Ooh, spicy. Do y'all know why we add black pepper to our turmeric? Quizzing y'all again, quizzing y'all again. Those of y'all that are paying attention. It activates the turmeric. So that's why. Okay. So peppercorn, black peppercorns activate the turmeric. Okay. Where's my skull cap? Hey, yes. Man, have y'all really smelled some turmeric? It's spicy. This is I'm adding my skull cap herbs right now. Yep. Yeah, and like I said, skull cap relaxes and supports you too. It helps bring relaxation and helps support the nervous system as well. So come on, get into it, get into it. But yeah, I'm mixing up these herbs. This is my pain tincture, y'all. Okay, it has to be done before the live. I will keep that in mind for next time so that I can get that done. I'm growing so fast, y'all, with all these herbs. I'm going to have to get me a whole room to carry my herbs. Sorry, y'all. I'm just looking at my scale. So that's my skull cap herbs, y'all. But yeah, hit me up if y'all are looking for something. Like I said, just to give y'all a little backstory on myself. Back in 2020, I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, right? And me having Crohn's disease, well, that's great for you. If you want to eyeball and go ahead and hurt somebody, go ahead and do your thing. I don't eyeball my herbs. I measure them out because depending on the type of herbs that I use, there are some herbs that are stronger than others. So I'm not going to eyeball anything. I'm going to do it exactly how I do it. But I do understand if you're a professional at that, and not saying that I'm not professional, but if you know how to eyeball it, go ahead and do your thing. Now my base mixtures, my base mixtures, I know how to eyeball. But when I'm making specific tinctures for, especially for pain, you have to be very careful, especially with your cordalis root and your Jamaican dogwood. Those are very, very strong herbs. And so what I do is I use my scale I use my scale out to do my thing, right? Because I don't want to make anyone sick, right? And the thing is this is how you notice getting into your doing herbs and things like that. Now, when you get into herbs, if they're too strong, the side effects that you'll feel is nausea. That's one of the main things that you'll feel is nausea. So the one thing that I always advise when you take my tinctures is I advise you go ahead and do about 10 to 20 drops in your water. If you're just starting out and you're not aware of how to take these herbs, do a couple of drops in your water. If it doesn't hurt or affect, but it'll make your stomach hurt and you'll feel nauseated. That's how you'll know, okay, this may be too strong for me. But what you can do is start out with, like I said, about 10 to 15 drops or 20 in a 4-ounce cup of water. Mine, I take directly in the mouth. I take mine directly in the mouth. But if you do that and it doesn't make you sick, then we go up from there to a whole dropper full. So my brand new clients, when you're taking the tinctures, I usually get on the phone. Once you receive your package, I ask for you to give me a call. Thank you for checking, y'all. Once you call me, I go through what I've sent you. I tell you how to use it. If there are any questions that you may have, I answer those for you while I'm on the phone. But I give this to you and I track you all the way through. Okay. Also, another thing with herbs, like I said, sorry y'all, it cut off. One thing that I do with, I want to show y'all how to use herbs, because here's the thing, some people hit me up and they like, you know what, I don't have the money to buy your herbs, right? And this is on a case-by-case basis, so I don't do this for everybody, just so y'all know. But I look at the situations in which you're in and how I could provide my assistance, right? So I look at what your situation is, how you're going, but a lot of this too you can also purchase on your own. I don't mind sharing my recipes with y'all. And here's the thing too, if any of y'all like herbs or are interested in that, understand that being in herbalism, you're forever learning. You're forever learning. So you may have ingredients that I may not use, but you know, or you're aware of, right? And you may be able to change what I'm doing and, you know, make that for you. So what I would advise, if you're not able to, just let me know what's going on. That's all I ask. The communication is going to be key when you're trying to heal yourself. Okay? And especially when you're learning. Like I said, I still learning. I still have my mentors and people that tell me, hey, Kelly, I got this going on. Or I have people that show me, hey, Kelly, did you look at this herb? Did you research this herb? When I tell you there's so many herbs to learn about. So being able to keep track of what does what does what, I still go back to my books on days. So I could be like, hold on, wait a minute. I know I have a herb for that downstairs, but let me go back to my books and see what I got. So I'm continuous learning. This is a forever learning when you're dealing in herbalism and trying to help people regulate themselves. So on all my herbs that ain't really that powerful, like I said, I can eyeball them, but when I'm making certain special blends, again, when you're talking about pain and prostate, neuropathy, I could tell you right now, my people could tell you when I made my first neuropathy tincture, they was like, girl, take it back to the drawing board and you about to spice up everybody's stomach. Because it was spicy, because we used cayenne pepper in that mixture. But again, this is why I only eyeball my base mixtures now that I'm familiar with all my herbs and doing all that. Like, and we test them out before you get it. All right, we test it out before you get it. I can tell you right now that one of my best clients is my my blood cousin, Goddess D. Right? She has rheumatoid arthritis. She was wheelchair bound at one time. Through me partnering with her and she also gave me the boost to do what I'm doing too. Because looking at my cousin and we were so lively, there was a point in time in her life where she couldn't really even move. And I didn't know. I literally didn't know. And the first time that I seen her where she wasn't able to move, it brought tears into my eyes because I had to go into a whole nother room and cry my eyes out because I had never seen her like that. And to me, she had been telling us, I have arthritis, I have arthritis, it's going to hit me one day, it's going to hit me one. And I'm like, girl, no, it ain't, no, it ain't, no, it ain't, until it did. And when it did, it was such a shock and jolt to my system. I'm like, what can, this ain't going to work. What can I do? It's when I start really thinking about herbalism and thinking about, and we were really on a natural path. Shout out to Aladdin, because he was the one that really got us into the vegan, let me take away vegan, plant-based. I would say plant-based. He really got us into a very plant-based lifestyle, from our lotions to our hair stuff to body. Like, that's kind of how we started out. Like, we started out with shea butters. I was mixing my own shea butters, making my own soap, making my own shampoos and conditioners and things like that. That's how I started out. And then it just eventually evolved. But my cousin was the one that I said, I gotta heal her. I gotta get her to a point to where she good. We still working on everything, but I'm gonna tell you right now, if you knew where she's was to where she is right now, my girl, A1. A1, y'all. And when y'all see the future state of what I'm doing, she's gonna be my first testimony right there, right? But I love to see it, y'all. I love the fact that I got my people that come out for me. I got people that support me. Thank y'all for coming in and dropping in and supporting me. I love it. Like I said, I want to just make sure that I'm giving the best that I can when I'm dealing with my people, right? And then education. If I can educate y'all, like I said, take what I give. Make it for yourself. Refine it. That's what we're here for. I'm not here to compete with any other herbalist, but if I can partner, if they can give me education, if I can educate them, that's what it is truly about. That's why I do this, because I know the work that we're doing. The funny thing is eventually a lot of people's going to have to come back to the herbs. A lot of people's going to have to come this way. I'm just making sure, because I'm doing this because I started with me first. I started with me first. I seen that, hey, I have to get myself together first before I can go out and help anybody else. And so that was the issue before me, is that let me heal myself. And once I get myself regulated, I'm going to try and help regulate other people. Now my cousin came into the picture. I was like, great person to try all my stuff on. So when I tell you I got her on cartilage repair, I got her on rheumatoid arthritis, I got her on my neuropathy. There's a couple other ones that I got. And one day I'll let her come and tell you, because I'm not going to share her whole story with you, but I'm giving you a background on how I got into herbalism. I was able to mix up some things. I changed my diet. I'll tell you, we seen that plant-based came in here earlier, and I asked a question on what usually is the main issue and why we have these health issues. And he hit the nail right on the head. It's the food. We got to get back to cooking our own food. We have to go back to finding actual meat markets, or meat markets that are in our community. Well, I know if you're living in the inner city, but there's still meat markets in the inner city. Look and find places that, the way that I eat now, like I eat halal meat. Is just the way that they butcher the meat, right? They do it in such a way that is not harmful to the animals. Other animals don't see the animals getting butchered, so they don't have that type of stress. So look, what I would suggest, just may I offer? I'll look for halal meat, okay? And so when you do that, it's just about how the animals are taken care of. If I'm going to eat meat, I want to make sure that the meat, where my meat's coming from, the animals are eating well, they're being taken care of well, that there's no antibiotics in my meat, they're not shooting up the cows, or they're not messing with the chickens. So that's the type of stuff that I do. But like I said, most part is plant-based. Also, I have a parasite cleanse tea out there too. So y'all let me know if y'all need, because most of y'all are full of shit. I'm just gonna be so real with y'all. Most of y'all's full of shit. I see it when you come in here with your unruly comments, talking about things and just hitting people. And you know what? What's sad is that, and I hate to say it like this, but most people verbally grape you. They come in and they force themselves upon you. You gonna take this, you gonna do this, don't do that to people, right? And don't come on here trying to do that to me, because I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't gonna fare well for you. But this right here is where my love is, and I love to do this. So I'm gonna get in here. This is Jamaican dog. Jamaican dogwood. You don't need a lot of this, boy. You know, this is very, very strong. Very, very strong. Okay, so let's see. Did I do everything? I did my white. I'm waiting for my Cordalis root is what I'm waiting for. And they said that's going to come on Tuesday. I'm so upset because it was supposed to be here yesterday with my herbs. So I had to call my client and say, hey, client, you're going to have to give me till at least Wednesday, because I still got to set everything up. What I do is I pre-mix my stuff right here. I get it pre-mixed, and then I'm just waiting for one other herb to come through, my Cordalis root. Once that comes through, I can finish up with my pain tincture. And then what I do is I usually bag them up if I know I need to go get more of my jars, right? So I can put them in. But what I do is I pre-make these because it's easier for me. What I was doing is I was pulling my herbs every day. Oh, I gotta make this. Oh, I gotta make this. Oh, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. So every day I'm pulling herbs, and I showed y'all how big that bag of herbs is, and that's just me pulling herbs, sticking it in that bag so I can have it at my disposal at my desk. That's not amongst all the herbs, other herbs that I do have. So I need more of these, but I pre-make them and I jar them up so when it's time. So like I'll show y'all my Crohn's tincture. This is for me, and this is the one that I currently take. In my Crohn's tincture, I have turmeric root, black peppercorn, slippery elm bark, marshmallow root, candula. What else is in here? There's something else in here. It's slipping my mind, y'all. It's slipping my mind. And I have my bag right here. Chamomile. It also has chamomile. So all these herbs, one, they work with your nervous system, but they help coat your intestinal lining. Also, it helps you with absorption. This was the main thing for me, is that I needed to calm the inflammation down in my body. So this is inflammation support as well. And when you're dealing with most things, it starts from inflammation. Inflammation is what kicks everything off, and it starts more issues. So if we can control the inflammation, then we can actually get to what's going on in the body. But again, through your food and the way that you do these things, that's why I made this for myself. Okay, So I'll just look at it as, hey, and I'm my own worst critic sometimes. I get these and I'm like, I don't know. I might need to redo it. I might need to dump it. I might need to change it. And like I said, when you're doing herbalism, there's so many different ways that you can do things. And so, I mean, goodness, it's so vast on how you learn about herbs and things like that. So all I'm doing is just putting this in here, and then I'm going to label it, and I'm going to put it in a dark shelf. Put it on a dark shelf just to keep my herbs fresh, right? And I usually go through these so fast, so like the shelf life for these staying bottled up for a very long time is not happening. And I make to order too. So it's like when you put your order in, I go to work. So some of these may not be on the shelf. I may have, like this one, I didn't have this pain tincture or the sleep aid on the shelf. And so I'm making it right now, and so that I can have it. Once it's tinctured up, once the alcohol has been in it and it's tinctured up and bottled up, after that, the shelf life is a very long time. It's past 5 years when you're doing it with alcohol. So that's why I do make most of my tinctures with alcohol, just because of the shelf life, right? But this right here makes it a lot easier because I'm able to just pull my little thing off. One day I'll show y'all how I load it up. I should have came on here, but I already had it going. Hey, Bump Babe, how you doing? I do get into putting them in these jars. But again, like I said, I have my chrome tincture already put together. So by the time this one gets done, all I'm going to do is open this up, fill my little casket in there, close it up, add my alcohol, and set it and leave it. And it'll be done. But it's not me having to do this process of this every single day, because that's what I was doing. And boy, when I tell you I was stressed out, like, man, I gotta find a better way. And I just sat down and was like, let me go ahead and make my recipes up and shelve them up. And once I'm done shelving them up, then I can just go to when my clients ask me, hey, I need this, it's already put together. All I gotta do is put it in my Levo and then leave it. Man, yes, but I'm chilling in the lab. I'm trying to teach some people about some herbs and how they can heal them and how they can bring themselves back to homeostasis. That's what I'm doing. And just a little education, I'm doing something that I've seen, because I got into my herbalism journey through YouTube. Y'all know YouTube University, right? I've been on YouTube University, and that's how I really started learning about my herbs too. You have a lot of good information out there. You can learn of just about anything on YouTube, y'all. So if you want to learn, go on YouTube University. Find y'all some people to listen to, which is the COC. We on almost every day of the week. I know that's right. Hey, you know what, Bump? I hear you. I'm trying to get into that part where, because my machine right here, my Levo machine, I'll show you in a minute after I'm done unloading these herbs into this jar. But I have a machine that can activate the herbs and infuse them into anything that you want. And that'll probably be part of my pain process too. It's helping people do what they need to do through herbs. There we go. So the only herb that I'm waiting for is my cordalis root to add to this, y'all. So this is my pain tincture. Put that up. Clear my area. Man, my area be so messy when I'm doing herbs, y'all. So let me show you my machine. So this is where I tincture a lot of my stuff right here. So what I usually do is, like I said, I'll get my ingredients already together. So my ingredients will come like this. Like I said, I have my Crohn's one. I have a whole list going right here. So all these herbs in this section right here, these are things that I'm starting on today so that I can get finished. I got my neuropathy tincture in there, right? Neuropathy, I got a couple of other ones back there that I'm loading up. But I use this machine right here because this machine activate and infuse. And bump, as you know, that activation is where it's at, right? Get it, activation. Once you activate your herbs, you could pour whatever in here. You could put oil, you could put butter in here, right? You could put water in here. So you can actually infuse whatever you want in here and then use it outside of this. But this is my infusion machine right here. I'm about to get about 2 or 3 more of these because, like I said, the way I love this process because in about 5 hours, my tinctures would be done. It usually takes me, when I was doing it before, it was taking me 30 to 60 days to actually complete a tincture. And that was getting on my nerves. I was like, man, people was asking me for this stuff right away, but it really kept me on my toes because I have to have that tincture made and put up. And it had to be there for a certain amount of time in order for me to give it out to my people. So I was like, I gotta find a faster way to do this without compromising my herbs, without compromising the integrity of my solutions that I'm giving out. And so I had to go to work and study and understand that when we do these herbs, there's a certain, so usually when I'm tincturing my herbs, depending on the type of herbs, if they're really delicate herbs and flowers and things, I'll do we ain't doing that. You can go upstairs. We ain't doing that. Y'all hear Layla saying, yeah, she's trying to get outside and go chase some squirrels and whatever else out there. But like I said, it took me a long time to, oh, my bad, y'all. It took me a long time to get those tinctures from out of the cabinet to the shelf. And so with the Levo, like I said, with my softer herbs, I'll do it usually between 130. The temperature, I usually have it between 130 to 135. And I will do it for longer hours just so that it's not compromising and it will actually steep the herbs. For my harder barks and things like that, I can go anywhere from 140 to 150. Y'all give me a moment. Go. Go upstairs. Go. Go upstairs. Go. Go. All right, yeah, and you hear her still. Oh, you gonna come back now? Y'all want a dog? I got a dog for sale. Y'all want a dog? I will give y'all a dog. And she's still upstairs talking shit. Her name is Layla. She's a beautiful golden doodle. She got an attitude of her own. And who won her? So no, get back to what I was saying is that with my barks and stuff, I kind of do them longer too, because you really have to get barks saturated and you really have to get that alcohol through them. So sometimes, and it depends, if I'm doing that at night, I'll put it on for 8 hours. If I'm doing it overnight, especially with my barks, the temperature will be set probably at 145, between 145 and 150. Just depending on what barks that I'm doing. And I'll let it sit for 8 hours and go to bed. And by the time I get up, I'm like, ooh, it's ready, right? And so I love this Levo machine, like I said, because you can do mainly anything with it. And it's faster. The time that you get things done, I know I keep falling over, y'all. Let me get myself together, y'all. But yeah, I didn't want to come on and be in here with y'all long. I just wanted to come in, do a little herbal education with y'all, not only doing herbal education, kind of give y'all a benefit, tell y'all the benefits of herbs and doing them yourself or finding someone that can do them for y'all. Also, just giving a little education on how we enter into this process of balancing our bodies back, right? Because most of the time you'll hear people say, the one thing that I get a lot is I went on a 40-day fast like 2 years ago. I went on a 40-day fast. This is where I was able to heal myself because I was getting infusions every 6 weeks and it was taking me out, y'all. So what I did is I went on a 40-day fast. And the one thing that kind of annoyed me being on my 40-day fast is all the people being like, how do you do without food? You know your body can't survive without food for a very long time, right? Y'all know that? Or y'all don't know that? Okay, because you could survive a long time, but your water intake, your H2O, your H3O2, you have to have water for your body to live, right? And so on my fast, what I did was this. Not only can I use this as a tincture, but all my herbs that I tincture as well can be turned into teas. Just get you a tea bag, put these herbs in the tea, steep them for 10 to 15 minutes, add a little bit of honey, raw honey, agave to sweeten it up, or some of the teas already, depending on what herbs are being used, you could really, some of them are sweet, like the hibiscus. If you have any with cinnamon, they're sweet, so you may not have to add a sweetener, or you just drink it straight up. However you do that, it's up to you. But these I can do so many things with them. That's why I also prepare them like this too, because say somebody's like, I don't want a tincture, I want to start off light, I want to start off with something like a tea. I can just go in here, make their tea up, give them their tea bags, box them up, and I'm done. So I don't have to go back to the drawing board on doing all of that too. So I like that. But yeah, I'm just on here giving a little bit of education before my boy, Big Mouthpiece comes on. I think he's coming on about 2:15, he said. And so I'm gonna meet y'all over there. Like I said, I'm sitting here, I'm in the lab and I'm working. But I thought that while I'm sitting here and I'm working, let me let y'all into my world, because y'all know I could be a little private. I don't like playing with people too much. I don't like getting on here and having people come in here and tell me I need the blood of whoever they saying, or I need to be doing this. Like, I don't like that. And so sometimes I don't get on here because I'm like, man, I'm gonna get on here and say something, they gonna be mad. Because I'm not playing with nobody that want to come up here and play. Not when I'm talking about my business though. That's when I really take it to heart, is if I'm on here and I'm talking to y'all and I'm sharing information and talking about life. And I know people gonna do what they gonna do, but I'm asking for people to come into my life, be respectful, and share some of the knowledge that you may have on herbs. That's the one thing that I would like to see happen. If you know about herbs, put some herbs that you use, and no bump, not that one, but but go on here and put on some medicinal herbs that you do use, made in a tea. If you know how to do teas, or if you make you a tea, because I know that some people now are getting into where they're making their own teas. And so they'll buy peppermint leaf and put peppermint leaf into a sifter or a tea bag, and they'll make their own tea. And so that's one thing that I like, is just sharing the information and the knowledge so that we can help one another and get everyone up to a place to where they're able to really move around. Like, I'm tired of our people being sick. Like, that's getting on my nerves. And then when I look, most of the people that I know, when I go and look at, when I'm going through their information and I'm looking at the medications and I'm looking at what they're doing, it always brings it back to the food. It always brings it back to the food. That's the one key component when people were sick, is the food. But on my 40-day fast, all I did was water, coconut water, and juices, and tea. So my Crohn's tea right here, before I was tincturing it up, I used it as a tea. And I would have it morning, noon, and night. So first thing in the morning, I'd start out with oil pull, and then I'd do my tea. After I do my tea, I would drink me some water or something like that, and then I'd have a green juice. And that green juice was to strip my body of all, like, let's see, what did I have? And I had parsley, I had cilantro, green apples. It was actually one of Yaki Awakening's. I don't know if y'all are familiar with Yaki Awakening, but go check him out because he off that I follow him and I listen to him straight up. Some of the things that I do is because I listen to what he said and just building the herbs and doing things like that. But his green juice, I'm telling y'all, go check him out. His green juice, that's the one. And I did that green juice every single day. That was my meal. So if I had it for, I really don't do breakfast, right? I really don't do breakfast. So I'll do tea or juice in the morning. And then in the afternoon, I would take that juice and then I would do my tea again. And then at the end of that, before the night was over, I'll do my tea, some coconut water. But now, let me finish. Coconut water. After I did that for 40 days, that's all I did. Tea, water, juice, 40 days. No solid foods at all. And if you check out my Instagram page or my TikTok page, I also have my doctor's letter on there saying, you know what, we couldn't find any inflammation in your body. Your colonoscopy looks good. There's no polyps in your intestines. This is the best news that I could have ever gotten. And so I'm keeping up track with that. Like, I want to make sure that I'm staying healthy. I don't claim to be perfect, and I'm gonna just tell you straight up, I am who I am. There, like I said, I was plant-based for many years, and then I went to introducing myself back to meat. But 90% of my diet is still plant-based. But I will tell you, as a nutrition coach, that it's about balance. It's about finding the balance on what you can and can't eat. When it comes to having health issues, the one thing that I have people do, and I know it could be a tedious process, is track the food that you eat all day. Track what it is that you eat. Write it down. What are you eating? Do that for 1 week. Do it for 1 week. Track the food, your drink, and everything. And every day that you're tracking, write down any type of symptoms you felt that day. Guarantee you when we get into it, I love cheese. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. When I tell you it's an inflammatory food, cheese, milk, yeah, you know what I mean? So there are a lot of things, but when you balance some of these things out, because everybody's body is different. So I don't want to just say, even though that's my feeling, I'm just giving you my perspective of it. Some people can eat meat. Some people can eat a lot of red meat. Me, I can't eat no red meat. I know that it really messes up my body. And red meat, you have to make sure you're not eating a lot of red meat as a Aboriginal person, because guess what? It messes with your uric acid, and that's how you get gout. So there's a lot of different ways that you got to look at how you're eating. Make sure you're having a balanced diet. I know y'all remember back in the day, because we got out of this, I want to say in my age group, but you remember grandma and them, you get your little piece of chicken and then you have a whole bunch of green beans or peas or corn or carrots. Like, they were very heavy on the vegetables and the meat was a smaller portion, right? And you notice we weren't as sick as we are now. And then when you open it up to see why we're sick, right? We have McDonald's, we have Arby's, we have Chipotle, we have all these fast food restaurants. It should ring a bell in your head that, hey, when we were younger, we didn't have all these types of restaurants that we could go out to eat that were fast food. Because if it's fast food, it's processed. There was a process that had to go in, and what is that process entail? Chemicals. I mean, there's so many so many different things. So all that I ask is track what you're doing. When you come to me, because I'm going to ask that. If you come to me and you ask for my help, hey, holistic, I need this and I need that, the first thing that I'm going to ask you is, how's your diet? What are you eating? When do you notice that you're inflamed the most? When do you notice that, you may have a little brain fog? What is it that you're doing? Exercise is another one of those things, which I offer. On Fridays, I do yoga. On Mondays, I do meditation. Fridays, I do meditation and yoga. On Mondays, I do meditation at 11 a.m. But I try to complete this for y'all and give y'all a well-rounded picture of what it looks like to take care of your vehicle. Understand, you can't trade this vehicle in, and you may be able to trade some parts in, which I mean, you go get an operation and have some things done. People's get kidney transplants and things like that, heart transplants and things like people have had heart attacks, and there's so many ways. You may be able to replace certain organs, but there comes a point to where this is your vehicle. Yeah, my bad. Y'all know what happened. Let's see. So like keep that in mind when y'all are doing your healing journey, right? What am I eating? Start there. That's gonna be the very first place that you start when you're going on a healing journey. What am I eating? Start there. And then when I say start there, start tracking what makes me inflamed, what makes me feel sick to my stomach, what makes me feel a certain type of way when I eat it. And understand, when you talk about preservatives, we're talking about being addicted, because preservatives and addiction go like this, because the chemicals that they're putting in your food are making you addicted. So when you think, you got a lot of people like, I'm one of them people where I was like, man, I don't think I could ever stop eating bacon. I love bacon. It tastes so good. It's salty. It's greasy. If I don't put some maple syrup on it and put it in the oven, it's crunchy and chewy, right? I don't eat bacon now. I don't even remember the last time I ate bacon, right? But you got a lot of people that'll tell you, oh, I'm not going to stop eating that. I'm not going to stop eating that. I'm not going to stop eating that. And then wonder why your body is inflamed. Also, a lot of weight gain comes from inflammation too. So we're thinking that we're picking up weight or why we can't lose weight. Well, it may not be the weight. It may not be that you're gaining weight. It may be that the inflammation is helping to put that weight on your body. So y'all got to do things differently, y'all. Do things differently. Tap in with your girl, Holistic Royalty by Kels. I'm on all platforms, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. My email is holisticroyalty@gmail.com. Inbox me. Reach out to me. I don't mind giving y'all a consultation. Also, my very, very loving cousin is a insight coach, y'all. She's also my consultation specialist. So sometimes you may get me, but sometimes you gotta go through her, because she gonna see where your mind at first. And once she see where your mind at first, she gonna take the information and then pass it on to me too. So we work this twofold, okay? So you could be speaking to myself or Goddess D, but no, once you get into your plan that is formulated for you, that will be all through me. But she does help me with consultations, because I have a lot of people and I don't want to have y'all backed up. I don't want to have y'all sitting and waiting on me when I can have things getting done. So sometimes you may speak to me if you can get to me directly and I can get straight to you. Or there's times that if you reach out, you may be speaking to Goddess D, and she will take all your information and run through a quick consultation with you, pass that information on to me. I will then research what needs to be done, and I will have a pre-plan just from the information that she gets from you before I talk to you, so that I can kind of give you the plan going forward, okay? But I love y'all, and I thank y'all for tapping in with me. I'm about to hop off here because my big bro about to go on at 2:15. So go ahead, meet me over at Big Brother Mouthpieces. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. And hey, y'all, please watch out for the po-po, because y'all know what today is, right? So be careful out here in these streets. And guess what? Mind your own business. Y'all have a good one, y'all. See y'all later. Peace, y'all.